and then we basically kind of like looked at the rest stuff that they had.
No, I'm not confused. I mean, I just think I'm just trying to understand the knowledge of the court orders. They asked me not come near her, so what I'm supposed to do?
Like that.
Do you kind of feel like a scientist, like all the
It-
like recipe, like the food?
That's one of the best things that I enjoy with the food truck, where I'm able to kind of like mess around and play
That's the
around
big one coming to
with the
Maryland.
different ingredients.
There's
All the
multiple
different
orders, so
because it
it's
is
very
food truck,
hard,
so we don't
it's
really
very
have much
complicated to
room to store
understand the
anything,
order.
but that's definitely one of the things that I look forward to and enjoy a lot the most. You know, just to mess with the ingredients and just come up with different things that, you know, some of them might be good, some of them might not be good.
But I'm not either. So, if you come, then I'm gonna have to come. I will come.
I like challenges, and honestly, like growing up, I mean, you're an entrepreneur now. Did you
Say it again?
have anything that like your entrepreneurial curiosity or anything from a young age?
No, not really, man. I mean, I came from the Philippines, third world country, man. We didn't really have
Are you asking me, did I have one
anything.
before?
Coming here, we didn't really have anything. Came from immigrant parents, so that definitely gave us, you know, the drive and the motivation to, you know, make something out of nothing.
So you give us a
Okay,
quick
well, based on you,
We got
comfortable
some
seasoning, I will come.
we got some chicken thighs here.
So, because like I said, I'm just hoping that,
We got some
I
sweet
hope
chili sauce
that I
for
won't be,
and then we
get a
got
salt
the
back
syrup,
from
we got just a couple
Well,
seasonings
I
and
don't
some
know, 'cause
onions.
so let me ask you a question. So how does it work? Does she have to cut the water out when you just,
Actually, you go first. What's your guess?
Oh man,
Well, I don't know, cause Casey said you, I told JJ, I'm like, I'm gonna, I guess we'll talk with y'all again.
67.
That's the very
Probably
lot of
say maybe
stuff
about-
going on up there.
yeah, it is no problem that water.
We'll stay tuned. We're getting the final price here. I had no idea. We have our final total now.
Okay.
What?
Well, then I was saying, what's the
Total
case?
was $373.
out the
So you
way.
said 360, I think.
320.
Y'all can keep that
There you go,
shit.
373 right there. People think the life of an uplift
Don't
host
bring
is
that
just
to
hosting
Baltimore.
nothing
When you
but
go
the manual labor. Be careful what you wish for everybody at
Don't
home.
bring that damn
Make
here.
sure you
Coming
don't
out here with
let
good,
that
good vibes. Get in it.
Sweet, so where are we at right now?
So right here, we're at the Leak House Meat
And
Shop.
why
This
you
is
think
basically
I
where we
left?
source all of our proteins, our chicken, pork, and things like that, beef, and things like that.
What are tips for finding good, like, local
Oh,
meat
yeah,
markets? Obviously, the quality of the proteins, like,
Sure.
everything for me anyway.
IB,
Just use this car.
you ready for Ravens this year?
The local market here.
They said they've been practicing hard. They started training early.
You know, they were pretty good with us. With providing us the things that we need. Some of the things we do carry in the truck they didn't have before. They were able to grab that for us and you know, supply that for us.
Oh, well, top is out. Let's go, guys.
Let's do it. Let's talk about
Meat
All right, well, let
quality.
me
How
just
important is it,
partake
especially as like a
in
food
that
truck
and
vendor to have like really great meat in your products?
yeah, man, that's something we take, you know, big pride in is our quality, man. You know, a lot of people, you know, they spend their hard-earned money to come eat with us, so you know, that's the least is to make sure that the quality is up to par and they get the best meat. You know, we don't want to serve anything that we want to eat ourselves, you know, so we definitely take a big pride on that one.
Yeah, how long have you all been coming to this location? Was this a day one thing or?
Yeah, man, we've probably been coming here for about 2 years now.
Okay, nice.
Like I said, the owners here are again, we have a great relationship with them.
Cool. I mean, what do you just pull out of here? And yeah, talking about this, this looks so good.
Yeah, so these
No, I was
are
on-
farm beef
I was on
shoulders
the
that we
phone
source
with
out.
her.
They're a bit pricey,
Because I was
man.
trying to figure out
I would
what's
say maybe
going
about
on.
$10 to $11 a pound. So these are
Wow.
these are pretty expensive. And then we probably do about 100 to 130 pounds out here for a week.
Wow. Okay, so we got here. What else is in?
Well, how do
here
you
in
tell
Minnesota?
somebody at the
This
last
one is
minute?
our pork chops here. Yeah, they're pretty heavy, bro.
Yeah.
For these or the pork chops, we
Well,
probably do
this
about
place,
90 to 100 pounds per week with this one.
Between the two here, Bryce, what are you gonna be spending here today?
These two right here, I would say maybe about 500, 600, and then he still has
So all this time we had living in your house, nobody
like
was
our
paying
beef
nothing.
knuckles.
Now all of a sudden
we
your bills
use.
can't get paid.
Yeah,
You
probably
wanna
I'd
start
probably
putting
say maybe
people
about
out, you should
$600,
get that on
$700.
Is there a specific like dish that comes to mind where like high quality meat like matters the most?
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel like the top two things are like
Bruce,
the
be
short
quiet.
ribs, and
Tell
then
Bruce
this one
be
right here is
quiet.
the knuckles. You know, it takes a little bit of patience to cook them, the way you know you want it to be soft.
So
and
where's
things
Sire
like
at?
that. So I would probably say definitely the bulgogi fried rice and the beef short
Huh?
fried rice are the top two things. So let me go ahead and weigh this out, man. And how much do you think this weighs, man?
But wasn't he with y'all?
Go ahead. Yeah, you can just put it right here.
I left
Put that down.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say,
no, I'm trying to let this
$25,
go, but this could be
$25.
cut.
Let's check it out.
Yeah,
Is there
yeah,
anything
this is fine. I'm just trying to let this go.
19.8
Let's
cents.
get
So
this
just
Guys
like-
said you was sitting on the porch.
I was that rough, so.
Yeah.
So we just got back from the meat market here. We got the ingredients out to make some yummy sauces. What exactly are we creating here today?
So today we're making sweet tomato sauce, one of our popular sauces in with fried rice.
Nice. What exact ingredients go into this one? Yeah.
It's gonna be Creole, granulated garlic.
Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Big potatoes, right?
Yeah.
Ground black pepper, and then we're gonna throw sriracha and then the heavy sweet.
That's how it be when I
Cool.
get
Let's
my
let's start
food
making
like
some
we
stuff
was
here.
eating on
One thing that
one.
does stand out on your social media is you guys create all your sauces. Do you make them every day? Talk to us about the process of like
Anyway,
actually
you
making
already know
sauces.
Everything is like made fresh. We try to get everything as fresh as possible. So usually like the sauces and like mostly all the meats, like we try to get it out.
She
the way
said
early
no.
in the
What she said was she said she gonna drive her own car, but she said she don't want
a
to
day
go brother on the street.
with this right here, and then we do them in the truck. So this is one of the main sauces that we have at the truck.
Yeah.
So yes, sir, definitely this gets done, and it takes about maybe, as you see, probably about 10-15 minutes to do. So we're actually
Well,
gonna
I
do the
was
fun
on the
part,
phone
man.
with Evan when
You do the mixing and get some.
Actually get the mix and say,
Yeah. So you get some sweat in there, man.
Alright, well, it smells like incredible. I don't want to mess up the sauce. Right? What's the secret? I literally just.
Basically, you want to incorporate everything that we just put in there, man. So we got a little bit of Gucci on there as well.
You gonna be on the air,
Just
man?
incorporate everything together. And
It smells so good.
Yes.
That is
Cheyenne
very,
Tay
very,
going in the
very,
room
very
with
good.
me.
Like, I wish the viewers could smell
Sky
how
going in
good
the
this
room with
smells
Al,
here.
and
This
Jael
is
going
a
with
like a light orange.
Okay.
This is kind of like our version of.
Yeah, so I can see the color starting to
Well,
mix
you
here.
gonna be
This
where
is
the
cool.
fireplace at?
So how long does prep like this usually take? Like in a day, like as you guys prep it throughout the day, how long before these trucks go out are you guys typically prepping for?
No.
I mean, pretty much we have
You
prep
paying
days
the bill?
on our off days, which are Tuesdays and Saturdays.
You
The
paying my
rest of the days is just pretty
bill?
much the everyday,
I
just
know
getting the truck
something.
ready to go out. So this truck that we have
What
here,
the
the
balance
truck
is?
is
Going zero?
it's stationary, but we take it to the location every night. So basically every morning we come in a little earlier and just to basically prep up all the truck and.
No, I don't have that
So
one.
how's it look though? Like what do you think? Yeah, how does it look? Good. Show the people. I love it.
It's a-
No, this
it's-
looks good.
it's a
Thank you so
TV.
much.
Of course, man.
Is this process like written down anywhere, or is it just like more feel? Because like when I was doing it, like
Yeah.
I was doing like you have
we have
signs
the
too.
right, we
Well,
have
y'all
the
need to have your, I'm
recipe
finna
for
tell
the
you,
final
you
and
do
stuff
something,
like that.
you
Pretty
take
much
my
for all
noise
the
on,
things
so
that we
you
do
have
is
to come make
we have
it
like a
in
cheat
there,
sheet, man, that we try to keep the quality the same as possible.
Can give it a
$7.79
like ranch
Yeah,
channel.
definitely, man. Actually, yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know how big of a scoop should I do? Just like that.
This is a little bit on the heavier side. So
$79.95
Not very-
with my
yeah,
money.
that's
Too good. There we go. Here we go. Not bad.
okay.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
so
Matter
man,
of
this
fact,
we pairs with a
you
couple
owe me
different
anyway.
things. We
You
pair
tag right now.
this with a couple different dishes on top of the truck. So yeah, man, people ask me this a lot.
Nah, I see
This is
y'all when y'all
our
get
version of like the yum sauce, but just with a little twist.
Super good. Well, let's go ahead out to the food truck and get some of this served.
Let's do it.
Think starting a company is complicated? I think that's a bunch of bogey. That's because Busy lets you launch your business the simple way. Forming your LLC, filing everything with the state, and making sure you're official with just a few clicks. No confusing fine print, no surprise subscriptions. With Busy, you always get what you order. You get a professional business address with digital mail scanning, so you're legit from day one. Your plate is already full enough. Click the link below to get your company set up the easy way with Busy. So let's up out of here. How reliable is this spot?
I mean, this spot is pretty good for us, man. You know, we're here consistently 5 days out the week. Like I said, the customers already kind of know where we are, and we're consistent with that. I don't think we missed a day, man, in probably 3 years that we're here. On the days that we're supposed to be here, except for holidays, you know, Christmas and things like that. But we've never missed a day, and it's freezing out here right now, and we're here. So, you know, we're here.
Yeah. So we set a goal at the beginning of this episode saying basically, hey, we're gonna do $1,800 in 5 hours.
Yeah.
Break down that simply for us. How many orders do we need to have? How much ticket?
Yeah.
Break that down.
Like I said, that's a big stretch, you know, in a span of 5 hours. But I would probably say maybe about 40 to 45 ticket orders, and then probably about average ticket size probably about $30 to $25.
Well, we're gonna get that though.
Yeah.
Stretch goals. Stretch goals are good. We're gonna get
We're
there.
definitely gonna get that, man. And if we do, it's just another challenge that we want to, you know, get up there and then, you know, try to get to it.
Oh yeah. Talking about menu, what are we serving up here? I see the chicken. The chicken literally looks incredible. Like, yeah, what are we serving up here?
Pretty much we have the same menu every time. So we have different Asian dishes. We got, you know, Korean dishes, Japanese dishes, Filipino dishes, but they're all based on fried rices and stuff like that.
Revenue 2025. What did your team do?
Probably.
Your cheeseburger deserves a nice big slice of our Sargento family legacy. You can taste over 70 years of our family commitment to high quality, real, natural cheese in every bite. You have our word on it, you have our name on it. Sargento, a promise you can.
Introducing the all-new shiny counter. See the world at SeaWorld San Diego. Down Wash gives you a whole week of freshness with just one wash. The Nissan Armada. Everything worth doing is worth overdoing. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Nissan Armada, starting at just $58,840.
600 to 650,000.
All right, that's a very large number in revenue in 2025.
So we got the food trucks.
Okay.
All four food trucks. We have catering, and then we also do merch, and then also online orders and deliveries.
All right, let's start with the biggest one. Food trucks, is that probably your biggest one?
Yeah, definitely.
What do your food trucks bring in revenue-wise?
Definitely about 80%.
About 80%. What's your next largest category?
Definitely online orders.
Okay, online orders, what do they do?
About 10%.
10% of 2025 revenue. Then catering,
Catering and merch probably about 5%.
5% each.
Yeah.
Adds that up, that gets you to about $650,000 in revenue in 2025 or so.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Cool, well, that's
I'm about
super
to start creating
aggressive.
a food
How many food
truck.
trucks are we working
So
with?
we're about 4 food trucks.
So I'm just
Saying
thinking
it's
1, 2,
650,000.
3, 4. Food truck
25.
1, the one that we're currently at. How much do you think this brings?
This one, 50%.
50%. Food truck number 1. Food truck number 2, what does that one do?
Food truck number 2 probably does about maybe 30%.
Number 2, then the other two, what
I'd probably say 10 and 10.
10 and 10.
Yeah.
And let's clarify for everyone in the audience, where did you guys exactly start up? I want to hit that home again.
Yeah, so we started off selling plates in our parents' backyard.
Love it.
Man, probably about $250, something like that.
$250 for startup guys. Break that down for me a little bit more. We'll add it up. So
Yeah, so I'll probably say inventory was probably about $150.
okay.
For inventory, which is, like the food. Dry goods were probably about another $100 for the plates and spoons and things like that. And that's pretty much it, man.
So you're saying you had a $250 startup cost
Yeah.
by just selling in your parents' backyard, of
Exactly.
course. Okay. So let's graduate out of that parents' backyard because that was $250. Let's go to the food truck. When you guys first opened this, give me some numbers on that one.
Yeah, so the whole food truck cost about $16,000. Permits were probably about $1,000. And then I would say inventory and food was probably another $1,000. And then miscellaneous like propane and gasoline and things like that was probably about $250.
So that for your food truck number 1, that was your startup cost here. 17, 18, about $18,250.
Yes, sir.
We are at food truck number 1 here. Can we get inside and actually check this thing
Yeah,
out?
man, definitely, bro, for sure.
Let's talk about it. There better be a shirt in the back, right? Look at this place. Wow, this is sick. Give us a little tour.
Come in, man. It's a food truck, so it's not too big. Y'all remember JM?
What's up, Jay? I'm good to see you
So
again.
basically, man, this is our whole line here. We have our rice cooker, man. This rice cooker can cook up to 60 gallons at a time. So this thing's pretty big, man.
Holy
We
moly.
have a wok here. This is where all the rice gets fried up, things like that. And then this is where our fryer.
This,
And all the
yeah.
gotta get cooked out here. So, yeah, this is our system, man, pretty much. And then on this side, this is where the expo will be at.
Yeah,
So, she'll be basically kind of coming in here and prepping all the food. The tickets are kind of coming out here, and he just basically put it up. All the food goes out to this window here.
Nice. What's the cost to like build this out essentially with all like the equipment here? I mean, there's some
Yeah.
big equipment in.
Yes, sir. So, this is one of the latest trucks that we have, the newest one. This build cost us about $48,000.
Okay, wow. Big number.
$48,000, and then we had a blueprint that we wanted in mind, so we just found all the stuff, the equipment that we're gonna use and things like that.
So if someone's watching this, like, okay, I do want to build out a food truck. What type of layout? What type of features? What should they be looking for in a food truck?
Sure. I mean, first things first, man, if you're just kind of starting off and just trying to, get your feet wet in the food truck industry, I would definitely suggest to go on Marketplace first. Look at Marketplace and see what you can find. Look for the equipment that you're gonna use. If you have a fryer, you have a grill, you have a flat top, and just kind of base it off that. And then I would say definitely Marketplace has a lot of, great used food trucks for sure.
When you bought your first food truck, how did you afford it? Like, where'd you find it? Did you just throw 48,000 down because you had the money, or like,
Yeah, not at all, man. So when we first bought our food truck, we bought our first used food truck on Marketplace.
Wow.
We saved up all the money that we had from, selling food in our backyard. That's
Yeah,
awesome for the beginning. And then we had a little bit of help from our parents as well. And then we bought the first food truck that we bought was about $16,000. Luckily for us, we had everything that we needed at that time. So we were able to make money off that food truck and just kind of snowball.
Dude, I love the heart, man. The heart is awesome. I appreciate it. It's so good.
Sure.
So your trucks have permanent locations then? So like if it is slow, you can roll out, or like how does that work?
Yes, I know. Luckily for us, the customers kind of already know the days that we're here and hours that we're here. And we want to be consistent. You know, people, of course, they're going to be slower than others, but I feel like the consistency that we're here, so that the customers know that we're here all the time, is definitely something important that we want to do. So yeah, man, you can get up and leave if it's slow, but we want to build that rapport with our customers and just kind of stay here and let them know that we're here.
Man, how long have y'all been at this spot?
We've been at this spot for about 2 years.
2 years now.
You see how you changed that too real quick, right?
How old are you? 11? Oh man, by the time he's 12, he's gonna be taller than me.
Locations and just basically take your truck anywhere. There's a lot
So
of
what we
work.
doing
So,
today,
you know,
man?
we're grateful
I didn't
that
see you
we
in a
have
long
this spot,
time.
that we can just kind of stay
What's
here.
going on?
Give our
What we doing
audience 2
today?
quick tips on choosing a good food truck location.
I would say definitely look at the area that you're setting up
Beside the
in, you know,
little
who you're
clock.
feeding.
Okay.
And I'll probably say what's up is somewhere you're familiar. This area here, this is where we kind of grew up at. We
I
went to
got
school
you,
here.
Ivy.
This is
I
our
got
community,
you.
you know what I mean? So got in trouble here and things like that. So so we pretty much know, you know, this community here. So that I would say start there first, you know, kind of, you know, with the people that you know and know you.
How quickly were you able to earn back your initial investment then?
Yeah, probably 3 months actually, where we're able to see the investment back, and we're able to pay off our parents from the help that they gave us.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely three months.
And then turning a profit, I mean, how quickly were you guys able to turn a profit then?
Probably like in the first 6 months, we're able to pay ourselves and then see some profit.
Welcome everyone to Fanboys with Fat Boy Fried Rice. Excited to do this here. You ready for our Fanboy section?
Let's do it.
Cool. How long into your operations did you wait to get your second truck?
Probably about a year and a half.
What's your tip for keeping the truck running efficiently while also running the?
Stick with it, man. You just gotta be consistent with it. That's it.
How did you organically
Be
grow your
consistent
business?
is the
What
key.
worked today?
Use Instagram as your leverage, social media. You know, post as much as you can.
What's the best part of being an entrepreneur?
Things like this, man. You know, you're able
What's
to
the best part of
feel
being an entrepreneur? Nothing.
Yeah, definitely the freedom.
If you had to start all over, you only had
Nothing at all.
What'd
The
you
shit
do?
is a lot of work.
Get my
I'm
supplies.
telling you now,
get
telling you
marketing,
that I want
and
to
then
start
probably
business.
just do rollouts on my food. Yeah,
Back to our pamphlets.
there we
It's a
go.
lot of work.
Look at that. That's insane.
This is
A
the
lot of
fried
work.
rice from what we saw at the main market yesterday that he was coming earlier that we just got it. We did a sweet mayo sauce and a sriracha sauce on there. And then on the other side is the beef short fried rice. So try it out, man. Let us know how you like it, bro.
Dude.
Yeah.
All the sauce. Oh, that is very, 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 very good.
Yeah.
All the sauces in there are super
Yeah,
good.
so you pick it up with your finger and you eat it like that, bro. That's how you.
Oh, this how I'm eat it?
That's how the best way to do it. There's a bone though, so be careful.
Oh yeah, I got them all out. Still good though, dude. That is incredible.
Nice, man.
Cool. Let's talk about this. Was this one of like your best sellers, or
Didn't take picture.
This is definitely one of the most popular dishes here. It's the bulgogi fried rice with the short ribs.
what's the price if I was gonna go order this at the window? How much does this cost?
This probably would run you about maybe $18 to $20.
$18 to $20. So margin on something like this, it's gonna cost you $20 or so. What's your margin or so?
This will probably cost us about $6 to $7.
Don't worry, I'm getting it
Okay.
better in the back and
Yeah, so
stuff.
that's
People
our
go
margin
and kick a
Yes,
stick
sir.
now.
Child check in for the audience here. We're just got done basically with our lunch rush. What are we at revenue wise?
We're going pretty strong, man. We're about $723.63.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. And we probably got still maybe 4 more hours to go. So I think we're on the right track.
Let's go. Stay tuned because we are going to get this goal. I know this stretch goal. We are going to get this
Let's
goal.
do it. Let's do it.
So we're at food truck number 2. Where exactly are we at?
So right here we are at the west side of town of Jacksonville. Off of Castle Avenue. Yeah, this is probably about 20-30 minutes away from the other truck.
And then revenue wise, what does this do compared to food truck number 1?
This one does about, I'll probably say about 30% of what we had on the numbers, just because this is open one day less than the other one, and it's also open a little bit later. On this side of town, we had a lot of night crowd here and stuff like that. A lot of
How many days a week is this open?
this was open 4 days out the week.
So we have multiple food trucks that you're managing. How are you guys ensuring like consistent quality from truck to truck?
Just basically, we have this thing for all the managers, man, where they gotta taste everything before every service, which is what we call a quality control. basically like a checklist of everything. So mostly the guys know the SOPs and stuff like that. That's what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to taste like. If something feels off, they definitely, take a picture, put it on a group chat, and then we'll go from there.
When you're opening a new truck, how similar do you try to keep it to the others?
We try to keep it as similar as possible. We already kind of have like you said, SOPs and systems in place that we want to do. So whenever we do open a new truck, we definitely try to keep it as similar as the others.
When you are opening the new trucks, though, is like month 1 and 2 a little bit slower, or how do you guys kind of manage that as well?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're just opening up, and then that goes with the marketing and things like that, and how you market and stuff like that. But definitely, the first couple months is a little bit slower.
Yeah, how do you start to accelerate people to start coming here? It's like a mix like word of mouth, post on social media. Yeah. What does that look like on your end?
We feel like it's mostly the social media. We try to leverage that as much as possible. Really, for most of the marketing that we have is just more social media, and then word of mouth and things like that. We don't run any ads or anything like that either.
So as you know, we have a little bit of a challenge going on, but if one food truck's location's a little bit slower, can be like the other one like make up for it?
Yeah, definitely. It's usually sometimes like that. One truck is super busy, and the other truck is kind of getting there. But usually it's like it reverses a little bit, but definitely they both kind of piggyback off each other.
Misconceptions about starting a food truck. I mean, there's so many conceptions I'm sure of starting a business in general, but specifically to a food truck, what is the biggest?
Did you see that shine on my hair? LP Glycolic Plus Gloss with glycolic acid by L'Oreal Paris. They're worth it. What's this brand?
Holy brand. These parts we don't pay big brand markups.
So we save money?
Darn tootin'.
Differences that save you money. It's an Aldi thing. Build, repair, and protect muscle with new GNC Amp-Free Body, only at GNC.
At John's Mattress, we guarantee the most comfortable mattress. Visit us at johnsmattress.online to get yours today.
Get a good name, get .online. Check if your dream domain name is available.
If you know, you know. It's not a grilled cheese without a slice of melted goodness. Kraft singles every single time.
It's misconception of starting.
That it's not just about cooking. You definitely got to wear all the hats. Basically, you got to be everything. It's not just. I feel like the cooking part is probably maybe 40% of it. There's definitely a lot of things that people don't know about the food truck. Personally, I think it's a lot harder than having a restaurant.
Okay, why is that? Yeah.
It's just too much things that you got to do. You got to fill up your propane. For us as a food truck owner, whenever we go shop, we got to, like you see what we're doing today, we got to go to these different locations and things like that to grab the inventory that we need. As far as the restaurant, they can just drop off there, cook there, prep there, and sell their food over there. So I say it's a little bit different, but one thing is definitely it's not just about cooking. It's not just about being able to cook good food. It's everything else.
If listeners, if you are thinking about starting your own business, we put together the 10 best and worst businesses you can start based off of your budget and lifestyle. Click down below to grab that for free in the description. So we're at the first location. That food was amazing. So I'm going to try something else at this location.
Yes,
so what are we going to be having?
So today we're going to give you the cheeseburger fried rice. That's actually the dish that originated the whole fat with fried rice thing.
Oh, man. I'm excited.
Give you that. We'll see how you like it, man.
Awesome. I love it. Let's go give it a try.
Let's do it.
Here we go. It smells
incredible.
What specifically? This looks insane. What is this, dude? This looks incredible.
For you, we gave you the cheeseburger fried rice, man, and we topped it off with some chicken teriyaki on top.
Oh my god!
Some fried onions in there for the texture, and then the green parsley just for the color.
Dude, this looks like insane.
Like it, man.
Is this something people like? So yeah, tell me a little bit more about this.
So you gotta go chicken teriyaki, a little bit of chicken teriyaki with the cheeseburger. That's it right there. That's
the bite. That's the bite.
A bit of rice on there.
Right, like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheers to our beautiful viewers.
Yes, sir.
That is literally like a cheeseburger. That is really like savory and like really good.
Nice.
That's very. Is this something people like specifically come for? Is this like a bestseller? This is insane. Look at this again.
Now we gave you the chicken on top, but a lot of people add different meats on it, man. They do the cheeseburger with the bulgogi on top, the short ribs on top, the pork chop on top. So it's just free for all, whatever you want to do.
So good. Yeah. How how'd you come with that idea? Did you say online or just like your own invention?
We had a chef that we were working with, and he was kind of telling us like, man, this would be a crazy idea. And we just kind of made it happen, made it come to life.
Super.
And we realized like, man, what if we just do different types of fried rices? And that's how Fat Boy Fried Rice kind of came along.
So incredible. We got the profit margin on the last at the last food truck.
Yeah.
How much does this cost, and what does it cost to make it?
Roughly around the same. This plate would probably be about $6-7, like I said. And then we sell this plate for about maybe $22-23 a plate too.
So you have the hamburger dish here. I'm curious, like, do different dishes do better depending on the location?
Yeah, definitely. For this location, the cheeseburger fries is pretty popular over here. For the other locations, the bulgogi or chicken teriyaki fried rice are a lot more popular down there.
And then you ever sell out of stuff?
Yeah, in the beginning, we were basically selling out every day, man.
No way.
Yeah, and then we realized, like, that's money that we land walk out the door. So we're able to kind of get our par and get our inventory right to where that we're not able to sell out. And also on top of that, we have a lot of people that come in from, somewhere far to come in and try the food. And it was sucks for them to come in, and we're ran out of things that, they want to eat and things like that. So we try to keep it as stock as possible.
So now we're asking customers what their thoughts are on the food truck. So what's your name, and have you been here before?
My name is Mike. Yeah, I've been here several times.
Cool. What's your go-to order? What do you typically get?
I always get the shrimp fried rice and the beef short rib. I'm a big seafood guy, but I always add the short rib. It's a combination that goes perfect together.
Yeah. How many times do you think you've been to this food truck in general here?
The one on the west side, probably 5, including the one on beach, it's probably about 20.
On a scale of like 1 to 10 for someone viewing, like how much would you recommend this food truck?
Definitely a 10. 10, how much like say order in advance, put your order in, never disappoints. It's consistent.
So we are at the end of our day, and of course, the viewers are wondering, did we hit the $1,800 challenge goal? What are we at now?
Check it out, man. So right here, we're at 1773.
It was a little short,
Yeah.
but you said 1,800 was gonna be a stretch goal.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I'm actually super proud. We love challenges, man, and that's a great number.
it talks about like dreaming big for the audience.
Yeah.
So, like, you guys knew you were gonna set a stretch goal.
Yeah.
You didn't get $1,800, but I mean, being a hyper much short, I mean, that's gonna have to be a good feeling either way.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, man. And like I said, starting from the real, from the backyard and stuff like that, and to be able to have something like this, we're happy with that.
Well, if you guys are happy with this video, make sure to check out Fat Boy Fried Rice at any other location. Drop us a subscribe, a comment, a like down below, and we will see you next week.
Come check us out, man.
If you enjoyed this episode, check out episode 225, where we head down to Houston and interview the founder of Smart Drinks, Charles, who runs a smoothie food truck business and has no cleanup, and he is claiming that he has an 80% profit margin. So we had to go down there and find out for ourselves. Check it out. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Ship knows that no order is ordinary. When you order produce, Ship sees the meals and memories you'll produce with it. Not just soap in your coffee. It's what washes away the day. Not paint, but strokes of genius. That's why shoppers with Ship deliver same day and shop the same way you would.
Use code SAVINGS to become a Shipped member for half off only $49 at shipt.com/offer. Terms apply.
Introducing Vincent Williams. He spent almost half a century perfecting fried chicken.
I probably cook more chicken than any man on the planet ever.
And that perfection is bringing in a cool $3 million a year.
I started with only $1,000. Be careful. Instant success. Instant success can lead to failure. And fire to It was a challenge.
$1,000.
Enormous. But that's the greatness of the business world. Is that if you can meet the challenges, one day you really have something. Something can go viral, and suddenly, 1,000 people show up. It's like my first kid.
Do you ever get tired of eating fried chicken?
Oh no, I would get tired if it wasn't so delicious. Whoa, did you hear that sound?
I gotta bring the top down.
Hey,
So low.
Chef Vinny.
How are you?
Good to meet you, man.
Good to see you this morning.
Absolutely my pleasure. Well, the first question I have, you're the man known to
So
probably have
low,
cooked
bro.
the most fried chicken in the whole world.
Yeah.
I want to know, and our audience wants to know, where did all that start, though? What is the story? Give us an inside look.
Got out of high school, needed a job. Friend called me and said his brother was in charge of a plant in Los Angeles, and they brought some chicken. Well, that sounds like an okay job. I can work at night, go to school in the day. Within about 2 years of doing that, I became a warehouse manager. And at that time, I began to take travels to Texas and survey the chicken plants and learn the process from when they were hatched to the whole process of delivery.
Gotcha.
That's how it all started. And I had a great mentor. I've got to give this guy tremendous respect. He was a contemporary of Colonel Harlan Sanders. He told me one time, he said, you can either do a job and just do it, or you try to be the best at it.
That's
He
right.
said
You
he
gotta
had
be
built
the
a
best at it.
reputation of being the best in the entire region. That taught me a lot about whatever you do, you gotta do it to your heart's content.
So tell us about your first job. Where was it? How did you and how did having that job help you set up for success with where you are today?
Well, I started in that processing room at 12 a.m. in the morning. Eventually, I made it to the stores. One night, I went into a store of the Golden Bird, and it was packed with people. And one came in, and they were so far behind that he said, "Hey, grab that bowl," and we just started, hauling all the chicken into the fryers. That was my very first experience with it.
And what else did you learn? Because you've been there for many, many years.
Yeah.
Right? Well,
You learn by observation. You're constantly taking mental notes of things that you're seeing around you.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just walking around, doing what I do, and absorbing all this information. And you look at it 50 years later, it's like I have more than 10,000 hours of knowledge.
You guys, we're going to also dive into the numbers with Chef Vinny, right? As much as you're able to share.
Yeah.
If you love the numbers, stick around for more intel on that. Well, we're in Culver City. What do you like about this location? What's the significance of it that you want to highlight?
I mean, I know this city. So it ain't this feeling like all that hard work I had done in Compton, the reward wasn't money. It was just location.
That's awesome.
Now I had been in the vineyard, learned the craft, and now I'm ready to take it to the big city.
That's what it is. What's the cost on your lease here? I know markets are wild and different. I'm from Northwest.
And the numbers are climbing every year. When we started, it was $3,500, if you can believe that.
$3,500 for the whole. Wow, you're probably double that.
It's triple that. So the property values are really skyrocketing in this area now.
Yeah. How did you finance this location?
Well, it started with a few bucks we had, then it built to working on a loan.
Just a
conventional loan business. So we got that rolling. We refinanced our house because you have got skin in the game.
Wow.
And then it became gaps that occurred where you go to family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
So we started having problems where it stretched past the startup of the business and it started going into more money and more money because it's amazing how much. If a piece of equipment goes down, it costs $10,000. Where are you going to get the $10,000? It was the challenges were just enormous. But that's the greatness of the business world. Is that if you can meet the challenges and
figure out how to meet those challenges.
One day you really have
I know that there's people watching that don't have any money. They want to start a business. They
Don't start a business if you
believe
don't got no
the
money.
brick and mortar like this is the star.
I'm keeping it
But they
right.
don't start because
I don't care what he say. If you don't got no money or no credit,
you're never gonna get to this
Don't
point.
do it.
So you gotta.
Cause you can always, honestly though, I'll be telling people, you don't have to quit your job to start a business. You can have your job and do your business on the side. And so once it starts making as much as your job, then you can quit your job. But don't quit your job for no business. And especially if you don't have no experience in that. You never did it before.
We live in a society of instant gratification.
What's up? Hey, what's up? Ethan and Elliot watching. Yo, what's up, y'all? We live.
Are you willing to wait 40 years for your gratification to come? That's my story.
We do the crazy things, and like you said,
We live at the Cutt Labs. What's up, guys?
All right, Chef Vinny, we always enjoy doing Blitz. Think of it as a game. You got 10, 15 seconds to answer these quick questions. Thank you guys for submitting them. We'll start with Woman of Truth wants to know, what seasoning do you use for the chicken? This smells incredible.
Well, we use our own seasoning. We actually create our own seasoning. It's got herbs and spices and salt and peppers and sugar and spice and everything nice. So get the sugar in there.
Yorgie's asking, what are the unwritten rules of your
What's up, Mr.
Everyone
Petty?
has to come here.
What's going on, man?
or else please don't come.
Cause you had a whole bunch of food you were selling today, right?
Workers being happy customers.
Well said. Marco Alejandro's asking,
What you got
now at
today?
this stage of success, what advice would you give to your teenage self?
My teenage self, I would say, well, first of all, you should do better in school.
That's still the old cliche.
The old cliche, you weren't
got
working
more?
hard enough, you didn't have the right work ethic, you need to get on the
Only thing
ball.
left was,
There's a life coming in front of you
seafood
that's
salad.
gonna be real tough.
Biggest purchase you regret?
I bought one time a piece of equipment that I didn't have any use for, and it cost me like $3,000, and it's still sitting in storage.
Pantera is asking, if there was a movie made about your journey, what would the title of the movie be?
Jimmy.
Actually, you know, so crazy. I need to put an order
Keeping it
in
simple,
for Fridays,
Jeff.
kids.
Blue Panther's asking, do you ever get tired of eating fried chicken?
And I still be wanting some home cooked stuff because I hate eating out every
That means that my taste is the first taste. In fact, I tell my staff, when you.
I mean, I done cut down. Like, I'm probably cook in the house about 3 or 4
to
days a week.
evaluate how good it is. So my taste buds
But I
are
really
the
don't like
ones that
eating
are
out,
made,
'cause half
and
of
they
the stuff-
still are enjoying the food.
It's hard to sit
It
here and
ain't even
smell
worth
this and not have
it.
that into it, but let's try
I'm
this
trying
chicken.
to go on like, yo,
What
I'll
do you
just
like,
make a tuna
drumstick?
fish sandwich,
Well,
man.
all these pieces are good, but now
For
I'm gonna
real,
teach you a little
man. Some of
technique
this
about
shit be
eating
so,
the
I be
chicken.
like, bro, I'm
No,
not
first
wasting
of all,
$20.
Don't use a fork and a knife, okay? You know, find a spot on that chicken breast where you.
Y'all watching these food truck
man.
things?
There's no bone in
I'm
there.
about to stop cutting here and get a food truck, man. These niggas is like, yo, we making 600,000, right? But they're keeping 80% of the profit.
That's because you go somewhere else for a few minutes or a few seconds?
It's like my first kiss.
It's more work.
No, I know. I know the hidden thing about that is a lot of work. You selling $600,000 worth of food is a lot of work,
I
bro.
learned in life was
A lot of work.
and that was not to be.
There was a chick on there, she started a food truck down in Charlotte. She said, I only have $1,500.
I mean, the first 3
I'm
guys.
making 6 figures now. But I know it's worth
Yeah,
it.
I said, Coach, come get me.
Making it,
Went on to cry my heart out, you know.
if
I
you can't
was
do
just
that with it,
one
ain't no
Went
need
home,
for it.
bothered, no one ever said anything in the car until I got home.
She
said,
making
son,
600 something. I'm
You
like,
can win, you can lose, you can
I
even
had a
beat.
food truck
Yeah.
But
here.
in life, one thing you
That
can't
police
do
department
is
got a
lose.
food truck.
That's
And
what
that
That
is
is
sustained me.
He was
for all
jamming
the
his
years.
first
That
year.
one lesson at that age.
That's pretty cool.
That second year,
Keep
that's
watching
when
you guys
you
because
did
every
Lex
business, these
I told this
criminals
guy,
that
I said, bro,
hinder your
you not,
success. So,
I said, don't go into the mall.
Can you share more about that?
No, man, I say, they tried to sell me on coming to the mall.
Tight quarters here.
I worked there, I said, bro, don't do it.
1800, that's not
Oh, he
bad.
went,
No,
he was, he
right.
went in the mall.
Tell me about what we see
He
here.
might
You
have
make
last
everything here?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
like right here, for example, this is
So-
one of
so
the
this food
newest
truck-
products we came up
The
with.
pay to get into the mall. He's like, man,
This
it's
is
downtown. I said, bro, don't do it.
He
said, "Don't do it."
That means
I
that
went
what
down
I
there
do as
and
a
the
product
first
developer is I
3
start
months,
with a rough.
he was
Like,
upside
so,
down.
yeah, it's okay.
I said, yo, you don't own, I own it, you own that equipment.
Whittling it down to.
They tell you, they're going to buy all the
So
equipment
when you
for
say
you
2
and lease it
years,
to
are
you.
you telling me you make it here, serve it to
They
the
gonna
customer
lease
for
it to
safety?
you.
No, they buy, they
What
bought,
was the
they
test?
did this.
We started back here in the kitchen. This is a kitchen.
Yeah.
This is a kitchen where you do all
At
your
least you
development
only,
products.
what you need? Good.
They're gonna give you everything, but you're gonna be paying all them bills.
And you got that,
Right?
And we
You
have
got that,
tons
you got
of recipes
BJ.
in that vault. Not all of them are finished, most of them have just been tested.
You gotta
one
pay the,
at a time.
now you gotta hire more employees.
You keep testing, until you reach a point where. it's
Hire them.
satisfied.
They need insurance, you gotta do all that shit.
What is the
So now
total
you behind
revenue
eight ball.
for Honey's Kettle so far? What do you project for
I said, yo, if you don't make
Well,
25,000 a month,
track to be in the range of 3 million.
you don't do
Your
nothing.
mindset to get to past 10 and
He's like,
20
no, man.
applications and stuff. I just want to get an insight of your vision for the next 10 years.
So once I mastered everything, there's not a lot left for me to do.
Yes.
Now I'm beginning to see opportunities to put the same model into other
Are you
locations.
thinking franchising? That's not
Eventually, it'll be company-owned stores.
Right.
To me, you have to get to a certain point where you have proven company stores, and then you might introduce franchises, which is a little more complex.
You can go sell hot dogs.
Very
And jam out. You can make 200, I got 200 of these joints for the sale. And once they done, you know,
before them
Hispanic.
Yeah, if you figure you're only making
Get you a nice
5,
point, like you said,
7%,
anyhow.
Any hospital.
Good God,
that 5 to 7%
anyhow.
with depreciation, you know,
Telling you,
things
man,
falling
the people coming out
apart.
there, university,
Really doing too
people
much.
down there, they take
You know, all you need is a cold wind to come in, and that
don't move.
7% won't be there.
They get there at 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's why I say you gotta get there early.
And by lunchtime, they have Restaurant Depot be ready for the next day.
That's right.
But with the
Oh,
food,
that's what the girl was on the thing. She was like, I go to Restaurant Depot, get my food, get my stuff. I was like, oh shit.
so you're doing that every day, though.
It's a lot of work.
You're doing it every day.
And you gotta start early before you start preparation, get everything
So
together.
you're gonna get up in the morning, go set up. You gonna go into the store that day. You prep it at night, and you gonna do it all over again.
Help solve problems just like the
Repeat-
one Chef Vinny
repeat cycle.
experienced. Say they needed to pay their food supplier with a
So you
check,
get some
but they
people
wanted the
team
protection and favorable terms
do
from
that
using a
shit for
credit
you.
card. With Melio,
Then
they
you gotta-
able to use a
then you
card
gotta
to
train
pay for
them.
their
You
ingredients
gotta
while
pay
their
them.
supplier receive a paper check. This is a great opportunity to maximize the
Yep.
business cash flow and start gaining points
How
on
it
your
go.
business expenses. Melio lets you use the payment method
More
convenient
money
for
you make,
you,
the more money you
while the
spend.
vendor gets paid as they like,
Right.
a paper check
That's true.
or bank
That was
transfer.
good.
Melio integrates
Yeah.
seamlessly with QuickBooks and
More
Xero
take.
and
Yeah,
imports
definitely
all
do
your
that.
info so you get an easier, quicker payment.
Well,
Use the link in the description below and try Melio for free.
I don't even pay tax. They
Schedule
pay
your
tax.
first payment. Simplify your
They
bill
don't pay
pay and
tax.
keep your business
They
on
take
track
it.
with Melio. So who's the man in charge right behind you? And
This is my son.
what's going on, Cutt?
Hey, what's up? Mr.
You
Taylor.
got a choice if you understand.
How long you been working with Dad?
We went out right now.
Hello? Hey, man.
More the aroma fragrances and the new purple melancholia Valentina.
All
Get a small business insurance quote at buybook.com or give us a call.
right. Oh, you got a lot of.
This doesn't look good.
Hold on, let me just do it.
Yeah.
That's
Drop
what we
something.
made.
Drop money in.
Going down the way.
Hold
Got
on.
money in the
You
way.
okay?
You buy 3 or more
You okay? You good? Thank you, thank you.
Your business is
Go
only
ahead.
using
You can have a
20%
water out the first tube. You want water?
You could look for the other 80% all over the place. Or you can find it in one place.
For kids, man, not for adults. No, go ahead.
Let me hold.
Go ahead, man. No, I like getting live. I don't get no other can. You know
Man,
what?
this
You know why?
dumb.
For some reason, live pop lasts longer than any other can. Cause a nigga ain't gonna sit there and try to eat 5.
That's right.
1 or 2, they be like, I had enough. But 5 niggas ain't gonna eat 5.
I got a whole bag of them in my cup.
Challenges that you faced initially with opening up this location for Henry's Kettle.
I started with only $1,000.
All right,
I
you
didn't
dumb
really know
dumb.
how we were gonna raise the money to get it done. $1,000 deposit to get the key. From there, we refinanced our house, borrowed money from family and friends, et cetera, et cetera. Got it open, took 18 months. We were paying a whole bunch of bills, and that was like 18
Not
months.
running a business yet.
Not running a
Just
business.
prepping, building.
And then, of all things, 4 months in, fire takes place.
A 5 takes. We said 4 months in.
Dirty kettle caught on fire. But you know,
No fault of anybody, it's just a faulty.
faulty piece of equipment, fire department put it out, smoke killed the place, had to rebuild it. I'm thinking insurance gonna pay it. I was on the floor for about 3 hours on the floor saying, how could this happen to me? And so, you know, what we think is the worst
I love
thing
hearing
that can
people's
happen to us.
testimonies, man, so I won't feel like I'm the only one.
That's the moral.
I ain't the only one that go through
That's the
shit.
worst thing that happened to us.
I'm not the only
What
one.
was the initial cost of setting up Honey's here? Just give us a 30,000 feet overload.
Well,
I am
we
not the
started
only
thinking
one.
that it
Niggas
come in
is-
at a budget of about 400,000. It was over $1 million.
Ethan
Because
Elliott, what's up, y'all?
if you don't have all the money in your hand at first, there's delays. Delays are costly. Construction shut down. Time went by, rent had to be paid. The loan I got one loan and servicing the other loan. So it just kept creeping up and up and up. But what I thought would come in at 400,000 was closer to $1 million.
What's the lesson learned? How would you do it different today?
The best way to do it is to have the budget in your hands before you start with contingency money. That's the ideal situation. It's not necessarily the entrepreneurial way. Entrepreneurs, they just do crazy stuff and figure it out later on. But when you start to get the experience, you wind up saying, if I had all the money in hand, or I had access to the money that I didn't have, that's the best way. That way keeps your heart beating good. But you know, like I said, I started with $1,000 down.
That's all you had.
And I have to tell you, the chub bounced 3 times.
So with this location, you were kind of empty pocket guy.
Yeah, the copper wasn't working.
What were you thinking? I mean, like, where were you thinking you were going to get $400,000?
Well,
let alone $1 million, which is what it cost.
I don't even know where that came from. Actually, it just was little by little. It kept creeping up. You know, I need another 25,000, another 50,000, and it just kept creeping. But the copper store never was doing anything. But we were able to, just on the strength of our story, get a small loan. We refinanced our house, and then from there it just kept a little bit more. Actually, in the end, my wife got a severance from her job that got us over the hump. Else we may not have ever opened it.
So tell us about what it's like working with family. You know, you've got your son Trenton back there, I think, doing one of the most crucial parts. And what's it like to handle the family aspect versus the professional demands, right, in any other business?
Right.
How do you guys make that work?
Well, all 3 of my kids are professionals, right? Trenton is actually a product designer. He does design work. And one of the big moments I had with him, we used to clash about this. I had this original design for the biscuit mix that we sold over the counter. And he kept telling me, Dad, I'm a professional designer. This is not looking too good. It's got some good parts to it, but let me try to take a stab at it. I said, Trent, no way. You don't need to do that. You know, it's fine. I like the original. Let's keep the original. Look at what he came up with. When he showed me this design, I had to let the other one go. That'll be our vintage design. But I told him we'll do that later on. But this one, he captured everything that we needed, from our kitchen to yours. And you see the design. It's the same product we use in the restaurant. It's a 3-in-1 mix. You can make biscuit, hot cakes, and waffles. When he came up with this design, I said, son, we're gonna go with that one.
So what's the lesson? I want to go back to the heart of that. You bring up a very good point. You have to step back and let him run the show. So
that's right.
Let's elaborate on that and how important it is, because a lot of people watching do work with their family members.
Right.
But it's tough.
Right. Absolutely.
What's your tip and piece of advice on how to make it work?
Well, first you have to back off of that. I'm the author and finisher of this company. Everything I say goes.
Yeah.
Right. You have to allow room for the second generation to come in. But they gotta prove that what they're telling you is gonna work. You don't just go around changing things for change's sake. So in the case, he insisted that I give him a stab at making this design. I said, you're wasting your time, you know, we're gonna stay with the same one. And it wasn't until he started showing me sketches of this product, and then he finally made the package, that I said, oh my God, you know, make more room for him.
What kind of oil are we using? I mean, it smells incredible.
100% peanut oil.
Peanut oil, that's expensive stuff.
Oh my God. You know, people will say, well, why are you spending that much money on oil? It's because I'm gonna get the best results. And if I want it, the oil is part of my recipe. So if I'm gonna get the final product that I want, it's all stages of that development.
What's the price difference between peanut oil and then everything else that everybody else uses?
30 to 40% more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about paid advertising. What role does it play in your business today? How much are you spending every month? And break it down in terms of platforms that you use and the platforms that give you the best return.
Well, we have a very smart, hotshot team of people that do the social media. You know, the print days are kind of over with in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So we turn to the social media team headed by my daughter, and that's where we market. That's where we introduce new products on TikTok, Instagram. We always have fresh and exciting new content coming up, and they basically can work without it. So it costs us a couple $1,000s a month.
Couple $1,000. Okay.
The way I look at Instagram and TikTok is that they're like the old word of mouth on steroids. I mean, something can go viral.
That's a good point.
And suddenly,
TikTok is a word of mouth on steroids.
All this stuff is a revolution in marketing. So I really believe in it. And it leads to more stuff because if word of mouth is telling everybody and then TikTok's telling everybody, then it's those individuals that are filming or influencers that are coming in and filming.
Yeah.
And it
Hey, look at where I'm at. Look at the chicken.
Exactly. It continues to spread the word.
How else do you stand out from competitors? Because obviously it's not.
What's up, Elliot? What's going on? How y'all doing?
The restaurants here in Culver City. Right. There's a ton of them.
Yeah, you're competing for food dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So you're competing against whoever's selling food. And we don't want to worry about them. We don't even want to look over their way. It's almost like you put blinders on. You don't focus on left or the right. You focus on what you need to do for your business. And also, when this whole advent of delivery services came about, Uber Eats, DoorDash, it was one of those things that right away we want to compete on that platform.
Right.
How are we going to be the best at it? Is one way is to deliver the food extremely fresh to everyone's door consistently on time. And what it's allowed us to do is to constantly be cooking all day. So they're snatching fresh product all the time.
Oh, he does.
If you send your stuff to someone's house and they got to put it in the microwave, you're at the bottom of the food chain.
Yeah. When did the idea of Honey's Kettle come about? How did that happen?
Well, I wanted to get a name that would be the greatest name for chicken. So I said, I came with the name Honey's Kettle. And my wife thought it was a great name when I came home. And then all the other things were like fitting it
I mean,
into one piece of
when I first came down here, I was doing that shit with living food. Sometimes I throw this shit on just for fun. Like, let me go see. I'm a hustler. I throw that shit on at night. I go do that shit for fun. No, but you can make. But see, you know what I learned about Uber is doing that. You gotta be smart with doing delivery. You can sit there and take every delivery and only make $40 the whole day. You gotta be smart. Like you gotta know math. Like all right, you gonna give me $15 to go 8 miles? Okay, cool. It's gonna take me 25 minutes. But all right, you gotta know like the math. You can't take no $5 delivery that's gonna take 35 minutes. Bro, you make it under minimum wage if you do it that way. Nah, it's a smart. You have to be smart with it, bro. Cause I used to do that shit, bro, and I'll make a buck of change in like 3 or 4 hours. Because you gotta know what to take and what not to take. You know what I'm saying?
It can't be something you just do well at home.
It be them Indian dudes out there and all that. They'll take every delivery, but like, I only made $80 and I was out for 12 hours, bro. Because you can't take every fucking delivery.
More than just textbook knowledge.
It's a smart, like if you know how to be smart with it, you can make 200 a day easy and only work about 7-8 hours.
And now you can't learn from just
make 200 a day.
chapters of how to run a business.
But if you ain't smart, you be out there all day and night and only make $40-50. You be like, damn.
Throughout the whole day in order to make it all work.
I had no hustle, nothing to do.
When you got this
I was
location.
like, man, and I was like, I had a shop in New York, so I used to go back to New York every Thursday to Saturday. And then I was down here doing Uber Eats during the week. And then I just started working.
And I've been an owner
And
now
I
for
sold
40
them,
years.
I'm saying,
Wow, no wonder he is known as the man who's probably fried the most chicken ever, right? You come close to that title pretty well.
I remember Mike Tyson saying, I'm the baddest man on the planet. Well, I probably cook more chicken than any man on the planet ever.
That's awesome. The question I have is about franchises. Right? You started your own thing.
Yeah.
What about franchises? What do you want to tell our viewers as opposed to that option?
I would say the franchising is more proven. It tends to work better. That concept on the surface works really nicely. But when you get into it, there's a lot of problems. One is it could be heavily leaning towards the franchisor who started the company.
Usually does.
And to the franchisee kind of feeling like an indentured servant. So there's some aspects to it that are problematic.
You're speaking from personal experience, or obviously just being in the business and.
Well, I was a guinea pig. I was the first one,
You're
so
right.
we hadn't proven anything. So it was like I just jumped in the
What's
middle of
up,
the ocean,
guys?
started swimming. I didn't know where I was going. It was dark.
So we'll go to this show, yo.
Coco show.
And
I got a supporter.
this new thing called Honey.
I got you, because she bringing nephews in
Not a
the
bad
test,
thing.
because
It's
it's
a
a
great
girl
way to grow your company. It's a great way for individuals to be owners.
She gonna hate me if I
But
don't.
if
This
you
girl
don't
named
have
Coco
knowledge
come in.
of
She
that,
sing.
You gotta go through the learning curve.
Well, she is a singer.
With the stages are too costly.
Nah, you talking about
That's
Coco
what
from
I-
SWV or something like
Originating
that?
something, it's kinda like-
Oh no, you talking about the
You know,
other,
50 in one hand, half a dozen in the
the
other.
new
That's
one.
pretty much what it comes down to.
What are the three
What's her name? Coco. I forgot. Coco Jones.
that
Yeah,
our
that's
viewers
right.
need to avoid? Whatever
What
business
was
they're
it?
in,
Coco.
what do you
You
think?
know?
Well, the number one sin that I've experienced is wishful thinking. You know, it's one thing to dream and to
Yeah,
hope
but she
and
comes here.
have all those
I gotta go to a show.
but a lot of times it's just wishful thinking.
She comes to.
The real core
She
of
comes to
business
Cigar Lounge.
is
She
what
came
you're
out
doing
comedy
every
night.
day.
She brings her nephew here to get
You know, you don't wish you're gonna get to a certain point in sales. You do what it takes. So the
Yeah,
other one
she show
is
love,
to
man.
think that just
And she
because
cool
you're in
people.
business
I'm
is
not
success.
saying I ain't never been through no
Success.
bullshit.
Success comes with a lot of labor and a lot of hard nights. So I would say that that's another important thing is to recognize the sin of thinking that just because you own a business that you're automatic.
Right. You can be broke as a joke running businesses, right?
And in my case, I started with virtually nothing but guts and determination and love for what I was doing. My toolkit was empty of capital, know-how, good reputation. And those are the sins of business. If you don't have those three things together, you're not going to do too well. But the entrepreneurial experience is that you start out this way, but you got to fix all those things. Right? You got to fix the capital, fix the credit, you know, all those kinds of things. So if you start out with not enough capital, you're doomed for failure. So that's how I see it.
Let's talk about customer input. How do you take advantage of that, and how does it help your business grow and succeed the way it is today?
Customer feedback is everything because we were getting feedback for the first, let's say more than half, maybe 3/4 of the time we were here, that we got great food and terrible service. That's all we were here. Great food, terrible service.
Place to start.
The way we turn that around is each and every person that works here is enthusiastic about working here.
You sharp now.
Every day we have a robust good morning to everybody. If someone comes here with their head down and doesn't say it, it's like, what's going on with you? So we started with
Next Sunday is second Christmas.
and we finished it,
I call Mother's Day is second Christmas out this bitch. Listen, everything stops next Sunday on Mother's Day. Everything stops. Ain't nothing going on that day but Mother's Day, bro. I call it second Christmas. Yo, women get mad at me when I say that about that. I'm like, yo, it's the second Christmas. Women be shoot. They gotta get their hair done. They gotta look cute. And if you got a mother, if you don't give her something, boy, you will never hear the end of that shit, motherfucker. You will never hear the end of that. It's called second Christmas. Okay. What other big day that people buy gifts on besides Christmas or Mother's? Tell me. There is no other day. That's why it's second Christmas. What other day people buy the most gifts? Mother's Day and Christmas, bro. Father's Day, look. Father's Day look like today. Yeah, Father's Day look like today, bro. Like nothing never happened. Look, this is what Father's Day looks like.
It's Father's Day.
Yo, Father's Day is like another day, man. If you ain't a good father, you ain't getting shit.
In your
Yeah, you still ain't getting shit.
Even if you're a good father, you still may not get shit. Yo, y'all hear that, people? Mother's Day is like second Christmas. And Father's Day is like today. Just another freaking day, y'all. Even if you're a good father, you still may not get nothing on Father's Day. Right. But Mother's Day? No, I don't play that shit with my kids now. I be like this. I mean, let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't get me a gift on Father's Day when y'all birthday comes up, you ain't getting shit. Shit go both ways now. I be telling, this go both ways. There's no one way of me buying everybody shit. No. Shit go both ways. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. Save up. You knew Father's Day was coming since last Father's Day. You knew this shit was coming. I say that about Christmas too. When Christmas, I was like, you knew Christmas was coming since the last Christmas. Don't. I don't be playing that shit with my motherfucking kids.
And then my kids grew up.
Y'all be like that, man. Shit.
No, you don't.
Play this no more. Nah, cause I ain't gonna lie. Like when my parents was here, I used to keep them both equal. I buy them both gifts on Father's Day, Mother's Day, and stuff like that. I treat them both equally, man. I ain't treat my mother more special than my dad. Well, I thought my dad was always in my life too. So. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. You gave me cash this week. I have to run across the street to register.
And even wait. So, I ain't want to take up too much more time. Cause I know how it is. Damn, I gotta go on here. Let me hit him. Now you gotta go brush.
You gotta go get skate.
Man, looking at his phone, ain't looking at shit. Like, Hey, Jay, be good, man.
You too, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Look, are you gonna fall asleep in the car? Or you falling asleep, or you gonna get up and you gonna go? All right, you sure? You all right? Your ass be knocked out out there. I be going home, and your ass still be knocked out outside, bro. I hit your window. I'm like, wake up, man. Yes, please. Thank you. All right.
We appreciate your support. Take care.
What's up, guys? Y'all in there? We've been on an hour now live. What's up, Mr. Petty?
Chilling, man.
I know Petty been going all week till he's out, bro. By time Friday, Saturday, I'll be burnt out too, man. That's why Sundays be my new day. I'm like, nope. Sundays, it's if I want to do Sunday. I tell people all the time, like, yo, nope. Sunday, my day. I done turned religious. Sunday is my day. Yep. I'm just like the Jews on Sunday now. Nope. Don't ask me to do nothing on Sunday.
Pizza Shop generates with 4 locations and pizzas that sell out 3 months in advance. You're in for a shock. I'm going to share with you how I took this credit card and under $60,000 created a $3.6 million pizza empire. All right, Lee, so we're standing outside one of your locations here in Seattle, and why don't you tell us about this place and why it's important? This is the West Seattle Moto, the original first location. It is important because it really is the beginning of our story where we had to leave the hospitality industry because of COVID, and this was our pivot. So I needed to keep it small, I needed to keep it efficient, and I found this beautiful little house, and this is where the story begins. That's hilarious. You were able to get it zoned for commercial use? Yes, it was residential, and then because of these 2 places were actually bidding to get it, they're a holdout. That's why everybody calls it the Up House, and that's why I put balloons up top. That's hilarious. All right, right, Lisa, tell us a
Hey,
little bit
where's
about
she
your
going,
background
man?
and why you decided to open your first pizza shop. I have a very strong hospitality background. My wife and
She's
I
still
opened
in
a
here.
boutique hotel, and of
Still
course,
in
as
here.
with many businesses, COVID killed us. And my quick
Probably
pivot
had
was,
them all.
let's open a pizza shop, because I made it as a kind of hobby thing, and I was like, that's what I want to do. It was my retirement plan.
Yeah.
And then when we opened this,
Yeah,
much to our
hungry.
surprise, it blew up.
Food with
So
cocoa
with
in
the
it?
demand, I had to be
No, it's the food set. He's sold out though, man.
16 hours a day, so we moved right here.
Oh.
Just right next door.
Yeah, we got pretty decent
Yeah,
food up
super
there.
easy, super
Oh,
efficient.
really?
It just made the business more efficient, and that's what I'm all about, is efficiency.
Yeah. So why pizza? Are you just super into it, or did you see a business opportunity there?
I'm super, but also like I'm about community, and there is no better way to share love, hope,
Yeah.
ideas around food.
Yeah.
And because I love pizza so much, I wanted to create something around that, but I wanted something really unique.
Food
And
business.
so when you bring something
I want to
unique
fuck up
together,
the
like you go to
restaurant
a
business,
special
I
place
just don't
to
want to
eat,
do the
you
work.
talk about that, right? And it becomes something that you have
A
to
lot of
So I
work.
wanted my pizzas to be really unique and very different, which they are, and people do talk about it, and it
I'm
becomes
waiting to
this
see
thing
one of my
creates
kids say,
community.
yeah, I want to do this. I'm
So
like,
is this
I got
normal
you.
for pizzas to be sold out
You
3 months
do
in
it.
advance in the industry, or even a week in advance?
I've never heard of it, and I didn't know this was
There
going to
be
happen
people in
myself.
New York,
I
man,
did.
doing
Hey,
kitchens
guys,
out their
never
house.
heard of pizzas
Yeah,
being sold
doing
out 3
DoorDash
months in
and Uber
advance?
Eats.
Well, neither have I.
I don't know if
Stick
they do
around to
that
find
down
out.
here
He's
yet.
going to
They
share
do that
some
out here?
tips on how you can create the same
I'm
amount of
like,
hype that he
niggas
did
in New
for
York,
any
you run around
product
a
you choose.
fucking apartment.
What was the total cost
Yeah.
of this business going, and where did that initial
Having
expense go?
motherfucking niggas coming
So
to pick
I
up food all
didn't have
day
any
long.
money.
I'll be like, yo,
So I
these
used my
niggas
credit
crazy
card,
up here.
and I put this business on $60,000. It was risky. Take a swing at it because I didn't want to get a job. I want to stay an entrepreneur. And that's been the dream, right? So when I got that 60,000, that included.
I'm ready to get
getting
it.
this
If
place,
I could get a
putting
9
the
to
down
5
payment on it,
that pay me at
doing
least
the
80,000 a
paperwork
year,
with the
and I'm
city
off on
to convert
weekends,
it,
I'll
working
say
with
fuck all
the
this shit.
architect.
I'm dead serious,
Had to be
man.
done by permit.
At least
But
80,000,
everything
I'm talking about
else is built.
80,000
This is
after tax,
pegboard
not
that I
before.
bought
Give me
from the
80,000 after.
Home Improvement Center. All of these
Weekends
are like
off,
on
man,
sale for
I'll
cheap.
be happy,
So
bro.
really basic what I did for that
9 to 5, I'm
$6,000
at 5.
went into equipment.
I'm happy.
It went
So you
into
sit
the
back.
first orders of product and
Weekends
small
off,
things
like
like
regular
that.
people.
So this is what I began my
You
business
really know how to
with.
act, yo.
I bought this from a lady on Vashon Island. This is what's called a dough trowel. This is how they made bread in the 18th
Like regular
century.
people.
Like
And
regular
when I
people,
started, I
man.
wanted to do it craft style, right?
Yeah, weekend
Again, you can use a bowl,
getaways.
but I wanted to
Sit
do
there,
it in a
motherfucker,
very
looking like-
traditional way,
Motherfuckers
but
be
my
here.
own twist on it.
Fucking 4 o'clock in
The
the morning.
beginning of
Oh,
motor
right.
pizza.
And why is
You
this,
gotta get up
this
and
shit,
work.
why is it at 0 ones?
This is developed with the idea
But
of
you know
the
why? You
stadium
know why
pizza,
they
which
do
is
that?
a
Though,
kind
see,
of a
this is the
crazy
thing,
idea that I
guys. That's
came
why I
up
love
with
9 to 5
while I
sometimes.
was in the car
It's not like being an entrepreneur. You don't gotta go there and put
and
your
on my phone at
150%
the
in
same
there.
time.
Yeah.
And I
You
had
can just
slots
go there and
to
win the
it,
fucking
had
day.
my
Just
phone,
show
and I
up
was like,
and
oh,
just make it through the day
phone is
and
so
go
good,
home.
so neat. It was
When you motherfucking work for yourself, man, this shit is 100%, nigga.
right? And so,
You can't fall short of 100%, nigga. You gotta put your 100% effort in this shit
and then I
every
started
fucking
thinking
day.
events, and then it led to
9 to 5, I be
things,
telling people, bro, you gotta just go there, show up, do the basic minimum and get your check.
Soccer team, and
Right,
hey,
you
don't
I'm
gotta
gonna
be
see
super
you, so let
employee.
me know.
You ain't got
And
no
then
hard
on
ass job
Friday,
too.
Right.
Two guys, and they're from New York, and they're like,
I'm telling
man, we
you,
look at
man,
pizza. I'm like, what are you doing here? And they're like, we work for the stadium. And I said, how do I get my pizza? Who do I have to talk to? My pizza is
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. You
And,
gotta be at work at 9.
I don't know, that's 7:30.
No, God.
Oh my God.
Ray's gotta be to work
Yeah,
at 7:30.
but it's from
Let me
top
tell you
to
something.
every
As I'm
bit
getting
about
older
what
now,
Let's
I
see
need
it.
at least
This
6
case
to
comes
8
from
hours
what
sleep.
I was talking
At
about.
least.
Okay.
I gotta get.
And I'm trying to get
6 on the
8.
minimum.
We are
Right.
at
I'm aiming for 8 every day.
Every day.
areas where we just are opening
Whenever
up.
I get less than 6 hours sleep,
Let's go
I
check
get
it out.
that shit
Yeah.
fucks my day up.
So tell us a little bit, be close here. How many employees do you
I
have?
don't be the same.
We have almost 40 employees.
Over 4
On Mondays,
locations.
I don't wake
Yes,
up
So
till
they're
about.
gonna need to exponentially
Yeah.
increase because of the stadium?
Yes.
So how many do you think you're gonna have in the next year?
She be going to work.
I can't even help getting up early, man. Like, for some reason, Soon as the sun come up, man, I'm up.
We're working deals right now for
Get
our
you some
5
blackout curtains.
location
I
5, 6,
need
and
that
7.
because I got one thing in my room. I got like one of
And
them
talks about pay. How much
high
people will
windows,
start to
but it's
pay
a
and
small
how much.
window in my
So
room.
we
That
pay
shit come right
$24
through.
an hour.
Yes.
Plus
I was like, yo, I need a
I think that puts them right around
shit,
32
man.
maybe. And
But
then we
I
pay
think
health
it's
insurance
I don't
also.
know.
You know, you keep
It's
people
good that I
longer,
get
your
up
costs are
early.
down on hiring, rehiring,
My ass is
training,
gone.
all of those aspects.
Because I
of
start on
labor
my social
costs.
media shit
Longer
early,
life
get on there, do
Any
all
other
that
important
shit,
things to do
post
in
it for the
employee
day.
I think the idea of us all doing this together and saying we're all in it together, that's one thing to say it, but to practice it is another thing. We're not going to be perfect, but we can support you when we're not perfect.
Yeah, any other tips for business owners on like practically feeling within the employees?
Shut up and listen. Like, but I'm not telling you to shut up. But I'm saying like, listen, like really hear what they have to say. It's really easy as a boss or a manager or any place in authority to just say, hey, it's my way or the highway. But if you just are quiet and listen,
Right.
they'll give you enough to where you know what the needs are and you'll be able to find a place to meet them.
That's true. You're right. That's right. You can't be no.
Okay,
So you gotta listen and
we're at our Belltown location
pick out
in
the
downtown
parts you think
Seattle
is
at the
helpful.
number 3 Moto. If you were to start all over again,
Sometimes you
what
gotta
would you
shut
do?
up.
And what would
Sit
be
back and
your
listen.
advice for somebody who doesn't have a lot of cash on hand? I think the simplest way of doing it with very little cash would be do something out of your home. That's a really simple way to start that I think you could probably do for under $500.
Okay, get your foot in the door.
Get your foot in the door.
All right.
You know, you start using social media. That's a really popular thing right now with these so-called home pop-ups.
Yeah,
And so I think that's the first and cheapest way to start.
that's really smart. Okay, what's the next level?
The next level would be maybe a farmer's market. Get like a small oven that you can buy maybe for $500 or $600 that runs off of propane gas or even wood fired if they let you. And so you could probably do that for under $2,000.
So what's the next step up from the farmer's market then?
The ghost kitchen, where a business has put like 10 or 12 kitchens in, and you can rent that one kitchen. And a lot of ghost kitchens will do month to month. So you can do a test run of what your product is and see what that is before you do a huge investment. So you could probably get into a ghost kitchen for maybe $3,000. Get all your project going, get all your ads out or whatever you need to do. So I think you can maybe get away with a $5,000, $6,000 start for a ghost kitchen.
Not bad, okay.
Yeah.
And anything else after
I
that?
ain't gonna
Just
lie,
start a
I was
restaurant?
you should be barbecuing.
Get a restaurant and rent it.
Yeah, that's big money.
No, that motherfucker water break, that's when it hit.
What do you think makes Moto Pizza different than other
barbecue,
pizza
man.
parlors?
We
How
don't
does
be
that
buying
give you
all this
competitive
food. We
advantage?
just put
That's a
money
great
in and
question.
cook
What makes us different is the ingredients I use. I
Place
use
some
my
sides
culinary
in,
background, but I also make the pie differently. My pizza experience of making Roman that I
do that,
really
my
love,
shop.
Roman
Yo,
style, which is really
I
light.
used to have a barber. This
The
nigga
Midwest
was
style,
a
which is
fucking, they
deep
call that
dish,
nigga
and East Coast style, what I
nature.
call
This
gritty,
nigga
like
will
a New York pizza.
barbecue
And
and
I
everything. He
combine
got
it all
cans of
together.
beans on the
And then
grill
I
every
start
day.
making
Everything. This nigga be barbecuing anything.
You know, which is really unique. So this is what differentiates. The thing that also gives me the competitive advantage is the highest quality of
He
caliber.
act like he was in the wilderness every day. He wouldn't buy
up,
nothing.
it really
Everything he
elevates
made
what
was
you do
on
as
that grill.
pizza. And of course, our fantastic customer service. Everybody comments how wonderful our
Said
people
they
are.
wouldn't buy
The
nothing.
combination
Not-
of that
nothing
just
but
kind of
food on the
lifts us
grill.
beyond and above.
Cooking all this shit.
Cooking all the stuff every day. That nigga to be on that grill. People, yo, Doc, we
Absolutely.
got
And
a
I think
grill
that's
today.
something that a lot of people don't touch on, especially in business. Like, I like to think that when you think
Barbershop, you can
competitively
get everything.
versus creatively, when you're thinking competitively, you're thinking about what that other person's doing. When you think creatively, you think about what you're doing, and you put the energy in that. And so I don't think competitively. I think, what am I doing right here? How can I do it the best? And as I focus on that and put all the energy in that, I create a product that's outstanding, and it's a full expression of who I am.
Yeah.
Find a way to express yourself fully. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Because when you find that full expression of who you are, that's going to really resonate out there in what you're doing and how you're doing. No matter what genre you're in, whether it's art, food, tech, doesn't matter.
So this is the third location you've opened in 2 years?
Yes.
Okay, so
Well, technically 4, because all 4 locations, which include the stadium, have all been a done deal now.
okay, great. So your revenues are probably looking pretty good at this point?
Looking pretty good.
Yeah, okay, well what's that valuation out there?
Well, when we did our first round, our seed round, our valuation became $3.6 million.
3.6 on the first seed round of valuations. Okay,
Yeah.
this is gonna go up from there.
It's going to go from there.
Wow, so what are you actually netting off of that $3.6 million then?
I will tell you that over a shared pizza.
Okay, gotta stick around and find out. So what was in the thinking of converting this from a house into a business? Is there just no other good commercial locations?
That's all he go at.
Like, really, like he was just here, and then the truck just disappeared.
You always hear location, location, location.
And we supposed to be going to go see this chick, so where you go, bro? I gotta drop my damn lady call first.
I told him, I said, yeah, I'm on the way. He said, yeah, I mean, I pulled up, I said,
central
downtown out
downtown,
here.
but I wanted something that was
Which way is the
because
spot?
it was really unique. It's
That way?
between
Oh,
two
good,
giant
okay, I gotta
buildings.
drop my
You
car.
rarely see something like this. So it had a lot of visual appeal to me and what I wanted to do. And I liked that it enclosed it, so that way I can kind of manufacture this space in a creative way and really express what Moto's gonna be.
That's cool. So it really gives off the vibe that you're going for when people come here and see this setup.
Absolutely. If you come down here on any Friday night, Saturday night,
Go
Wednesday, Thursday,
shit. I
whatever,
said, nah, I
the
said
vibe
that
here is
part.
very unique and special.
I love
Oh,
that.
that's what you told us?
Yeah, I said, I got that the part. He was like,
Story of the walk.
no, yo, I got tickets for us to go. Like,
I've been
Oh,
inspired
Chris,
by
right?
what
Yeah,
I see here, by the
New York Day
night
going, I was
markets
like,
of
oh.
Asia and Europe and all my
They
travels.
say, no, y'all gotta get hair cut.
Night markets. There's
Already, it's already taken care of. They'll just come on.
really quickly, like two people
Nah,
with
I know.
hundreds
And
of
nigga, I'm trying. I was in that bitch like this.
The reason I chose
I
this
won't come on
house,
this
I
bitch about
wanted
3:39.
so I wanted to be
And
a small
actually, honestly,
footprint,
man, I
so
just
it could
wanna
be
go
really
home
fast,
and
efficient. The movement of the
I've been
product
up and out
is
since
really
8
close
o'clock.
to itself, and that we could
That's
do
when I
something
started.
that
I
was
started. I
really
woke up at 4 to
volume
get started
with
getting
a
shit
small
done.
amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank today's sponsor, which
Cut
is
hair
Factor.
today,
Factor
clean
will change your approach to
Airbnbs.
dieting in a
You
good
can
way.
check how to
Because let's
clean
be
the
honest, it's
Airbnb.
easier to just
I
order
gotta
pizza
get
than it is to
I can't
cook.
keep doing
Factor
this
creates
shit.
meals that are approved by dietitians and
Well,
makes
I got
from fresh,
those.
never frozen
She good though.
ingredients.
Those
That's right,
college
never
students. She's
frozen.
like, yo, I
All you have
need
to
a
do is handpick
job.
your favorite meals from a selection of 34 or more chef-prepared dietitian.
I need help. I can't be
weekly
fucking
options.
cleaning
It's easy to add more
Airbnb.
meals, reduce the quantity,
By
or
the time
even
7,
skip
8
when
o'clock, I'll
necessary.
be worn
The
out.
professionally prepared meals arrive pre-packaged and ready to be consumed in just 2 minutes.
Man,
Oh
I
my
was
God.
young. I could go to
That smells so
2
good.
o'clock in the morning. Hey, that. That's
Yeah,
a hustle motherfucker, boy.
That shit, man, you be in the motherfucking bed.
No, I'll be,
yeah.
I'll be by 8 o'clock. I'll be like, nope, going in the house, tired. I couldn't even hang for Whiskey Wednesday because I didn't think, I said, damn, am I in the comedy business? Well, I didn't went to 4 comedy shows this week. And I'm not even a comedian. But I had to go show up the other niggas shit.
So this was
These
your
niggas down here had a comedy show on Sunday. Well, first though, Caesar had this shit Thursday. I went to his, she said, come over here, I'm paid to come out here, come down to the comedy track. I went down there, which is a good thing though, because I got to cut other comedians in there, charge niggas $50 for shit. Right? So I got to cut other niggas in there. And then Sunday they had one over here with dude. It's a black dude that just bought the whole.
Yeah, Chris showed me inside that motherfucker.
That nigga,
It's
black
him.
dude. He bought the whole shit.
I seen
And
inside
he got
that.
a car detailing spot or something on West Northern Park. Some shit he was telling me. I gotta get the address. Yeah, but dude is, I was like, oh shit, I'm glad for that motherfucker bought that shit. And yeah, so I went to his shit Sunday. Then another dude he had, and the white dude had a comedy thing on Monday night in that bitch.
I need more power.
So I was in there Monday night.
The biggest things that I had to
And
learn.
Tuesday we had the comedy shit.
Two, walls are in
And
my
Wednesday,
way.
I
So
said, man,
less
I'm
walls
done,
in my
bro.
production will help.
Let me
But it
go
does
home and lay
fit
my
the
ass
whole
down.
kind of flow of what I talk about with efficiency. You're gonna hear
And
me
I
say
know,
that.
I heard Wednesday
So one
was
of
so
my things I
late.
love to say is fail to scale.
What's the day?
Meaning,
Say
like,
he didn't
make
leave
all
out
your
there like
mistakes while you're
2:30.
small, and then as you scale up,
Man,
those mistakes that you make
Was
now,
lit.
they're not
Right.
as costly. So right now, a mistake for me might be a couple $1,000s, but down the road in 20 locations, it could be $2 million, right? So fail to scale. So I'm learning this
Oh, you
now
love
when
me?
we're small. So
You
make
said
your
I'm
mistakes
gone.
early, right? And then
Yeah, I
again,
said,
it's not late to grow the
558 Greg was in there. I said, yo.
Oh, he was there.
He's like, I got it, yo. I said, yeah, I'm
done?
G left about 2 o'clock.
That's still late as fuck.
558 Greg was in that bitch about 4:30.
Woo!
Insurance all seems the
Mm.
same.
And then it was like 4:30.
With USA
5 o'clock.
you can file claims, schedule repairs, and access roadside assistance. Yeah, scan for a quote, or take your chances.
Introducing Gatorade Lower Sugar. No artificial colors, no artificial flavors, no artificial sweeteners, and 75% less sugar. Gatorade lower sugar. Hydrates better than water.
All right, it's blitz time.
Blitz time.
We got 10 seconds to answer these questions. Can you do it?
Oh, I'll do it faster than Ted.
Oh, all right. Well, Aaron asks, how are you competing with the other big brands like Papa John's and Domino's?
I don't think competitively, I think creatively. No, I'm just kidding. I like to think, how can we do it better? How can we do it faster? And how can we do it with better customer service? Those three things are my key points in beating them.
Food business.
What is the hardest part of marketing a pizza shop?
I don't think it's hard at all. I'm actually having fun doing it.
Just building good pizza and word gets out. Laporta asks, why did you start during a pandemic and why did you choose the menu you did?
I had no choice to start in the pandemic because I didn't want to work for somebody else. And choosing the menu that I wanted to, there's seafood in it, crab, clams, and shrimp. And I love all three of those. They're Northwest items, and I wanted to feature the Northwest, which includes like our mushroom and our plant.
Last question, Culinary Century asks, how much money would you typically need to start a pizza restaurant?
I have no idea. I like for like a legit pizza restaurant. I don't know. I would think 300,000 to actually do a full-on brand new pizza restaurant.
All right, good job. You did it.
All right, man. That was good.
So I'm a new customer. I'm seeing you on Instagram, TikTok. You guys are going viral. I come in to get a pizza, and I'm ready to try this delicious beast. What are you gonna tell me when I come to the counter if you guys are booked out 3 months?
Yeah, and you don't know that we're sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. First thing I do is like, hey, thanks for coming. What's your name? Caleb. Caleb, I'm Lee. Nice to meet you. Thanks for making the trip out here.
Super excited to try your pizza.
I would be super excited for you to try it too. However, we are sold out until August. The only way to get our pizza is online. Follow me on Instagram, and I promise you'll get yourself a pizza here. In the meantime, I have a awesome consolation prize for you. Some of our ice cream. Have some more ice cream for the road. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Really sorry that we couldn't do this for you today.
Well, can't you just like make me a quick pizza? Like,
Sorry,
one in?
we have no pies left for you today.
Okay, so 3 months out, so I can literally eat your pizza.
Yes.
Okay. What's the best way for a pizza shop to attract new customers to the location?
Like I said earlier, I think just talking about what you do and sharing it with everybody, I think is the key thing that I did to get the ball rolling. And I think that's what creates excitement. And then also the idea of that customer coming, when they come, engaging them and getting them to come back. I think building our business with regular customers was probably our number one strategy on building that, because when we took extra good care of them, they were telling their friends. I had a lot of people that said, oh, my friend Bob, he told me I got to come here and try this.
Yeah.
And when you look at our ratings and stuff, you'll see how they say we're so nice and we're so enthusiastic and all of these things. I think that was the number one thing that we did in building the business.
Okay, what do you think about paid advertising like Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads?
I don't know. I have never used it.
Really?
I haven't spent a dime on ads at all.
Whoa, okay, no advertising costs.
Zero advertising costs.
That's impressive, good.
Wow.
So earlier we mentioned you got a 3-month wait to get a pizza. So what are some tips on how to create hype for any product?
Wow, that hype is a tough word, right? But I'll tell you how I did it. Whatever you're doing with your product, talk to everybody about it. I mean everybody. Many of the connections that I made either led me to somebody that was interested in knowing and doing a story, or they spread the word and I was contacted by it. I think the second thing is, I think people don't realize the power of social media. Like, I am not a social media guy, but when I started doing this, I really fell in love with it, and as I started kind of studying it, I
Don't
understood
strike no
the
conversation
power
at me, the gas station, nowhere.
to interact with you.
Don't say hi, don't say good morning, cause boy.
Yeah. So some people like
I'm
to keep
dead
their
serious,
personal
I
life and their
know.
business life separated. They don't like to put their face on things, but that just is not going to fly if you want to have hype. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think so,
Say
because
hi,
people want to know the story, and that's what creates the hype. Also collaborations, like, hey, can I collaborate with you? Well, there's so many ways of doing it. Just be creative and thinking of how can I get my product out there, and it's not going to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you go about building a distinctive brand in this business?
I think when you use the word distinctive, I think it just says how do you do something different, right? So I think that begins
These
with
niggas damn sure
what
the
we're
ball.
doing. You know, round pizzas typically are what's known.
Where the fuck is that at? What bar is that?
Darker colors are what's
Wait, right on our spot right here?
Like 2 feet back there.
The hood. Talking about Bula?
Restaurant.
No, it's up. It's a block off of Buddha. It's called the Hood.
Really bright.
Oh, the hub.
Look at these boxes and the logo. You know, these are beautiful bright colors. Yeah. So just the branding alone is distinctive. You know, utilizing these characters that are really happy and positive. You know, and kind of excite people. Like, I think that's the beginning of just the brand itself.
Yeah.
And I think that is what kind of sets us apart and makes us distinct in what we do.
So we supposed to be at the motherfucking joint. Y'all niggas sick.
I got stuck in here. I'm holding two. There we go. So I know you're big on social media, right? So tell us what platforms you're using and how you go about posting stuff on there.
I am a huge fan of social media. I love it. So I would say my favorite platform is Instagram because that's the first platform I worked on and it's really user friendly and simple. So I would suggest anybody doing that, they want to keep it simple and they don't know it at all. I love Instagram for that reason. However, the TikTok is one of the new ones that I'm new on. I think that has a lot of capability, especially for a business. So I'm starting to engage on TikTok and I watch what that reaction is for each one and I start to develop or define who I am on that channel.
Yeah. Is there one piece of advice or mindset shift that completely changed your business?
It's from a fruit company out of California. They got rid of all the middle management, and I love that idea. And what it is, the idea is, this is the crew. There's no manager. And when I'm not here and I'm at the other locations, what I love about these guys is they manage themselves through personal responsibility and being responsible for each other and looking out for each other. And creating that culture, we don't need a manager here. We don't need a boss, right? So I think that's something really key that I could change the whole business model. You know, if we can keep building on this culture and what this business could be, I think it could be huge.
Yeah, and do you have to hire that or do you train that?
It's both. I think it's in the hiring, making sure that they align with your vision, whether it's short-term or long-term. That alignment is really important. Hire slow, fire fast.
Okay, and what do you look for when you're hiring new employees?
I look for, you know, like I said, alignment, like kindness, good looking, like Adam right there. That helps. He's over there like flashing. But like I think kindness is really important. How they communicate is really important too. I don't look at all the resume very hard. I look at the conversation that I have with them. Cool. Let's go check it out.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things is the art on the wall. The light, the string lighting is supposed to kind of like stimulate the night markets that I love so much. All equipment, these are all our dough trays that are going to be filled up with dough. And we are walking into the kitchen prep area. This is actually going to have all those big silver tables are going to be in here for dough preparation. This is going to be our walk-in where this yellow tape is. And then we're going to have a line of refrigerators. This is all going to be dough preparation. And then in here is a robot room.
What is this beast?
So this is Otis, our robot. We partners with Picnic Robotics. This will do 150 pizzas.
You ever rock us begging fish and chicken?
Simply like this. We run our pizza right through here. It stops, and a laser reads it, and it goes through this door right here. Comes through this refrigerator unit. It will fill it with cheese. It will slice the pepperoni stick and lay it onto the pizza, and then come through here, and each one of these turning knobs is ingredients. So your onions, your mushrooms, and everything will drop in there exactly to the weight and the amount that you want it in. And then this right here, this is how we can either do orders, but our POS system ties directly into this. So if you do an order, when we get this rolling, you're gonna be able to order your pizza and it's gonna go straight into here and make it and go down the line. Oh my gosh. Okay. And then you'll get your time when it's ready, you'll get a text that your pizza's ready. So once it goes all through here, it comes through on the conveyor belt to this giant beast of an oven, and then we pull it out here and do the preparation like we showed at the earlier location. And then out it goes. Wow. And I've become this mad fan of technology. I think it's the future, and I think if you're not chasing that, you're gonna fall behind really fast. We are going to make a pepperoni pizza. We're not fully set up for the stadium, so this is our run and gun mode. Now we're gonna cheese it. So go ahead and grab some, brother.
Spread it around. No edges yet?
No, yeah. Work that edge. Work that edge. Get it around the edge.
In the middle, now on the edge.
All right. Load up the pep. And I'm never shy with pepperoni. Pepperoni lovers love pepperoni.
So load it up. Okay. Let's use this whole thing. You're doing good, bro. You are a good pepperoni maker, my brother. All right. So we're gonna actually go right here.
I
Okay.
stopped eating bacon,
Gonna
man.
set right
You know I
there.
love
We're gonna
bacon.
come through. There's a little window that
You didn't hear about the
coming
new
out.
shit about
So this is
bacon?
set
The
for
world
5 minutes.
organization
And
put out
it's gonna come out
said
here.
bacon is the #1 carcinogen or some shit. It causes cancer. I said, I'm not. Fuck. He said, fuck that. It said bacon causes cancer, bro.
About an
The
inch
#1
across from each other.
carcinogen, they
And
said
just
or
go
some shit.
slow, and they're diagonal. Okay.
They said, yeah,
So
for all
pat
the
on
nitrous they
that.
put in
Alright.
this shit to preserve it and this and that.
Slow.
I'm like,
There
if
you
you
go.
ain't getting
Yeah,
it,
that's
like
alright.
the bone from the pig.
You're actually
the
doing
farmer's
fantastic,
market,
dude. Yo, the pizza's in the house.
That'd be the freshest bacon you ever get. Yeah,
All
we
right,
got
let's
beef
go
bacon.
over it. Net profit. So break us down to
It's
the net
expensive, but
profit.
it's good as a fish.
Somebody was putting me on, you heard this spot called A1
Let's go with a monthly.
in Aberdeen or something.
It's the, they got like live animals.
Yeah. Somebody just put me onto that the other day. It was like, it's a little bit more expensive, but it's live and it's fucking organic.
Then you get a goat out there, bitch.
Yeah.
Like you can look at the goat like this.
And y'all be like, I want that. Yeah.
I want that goat right there. They're gonna chop Billy ass up in the back.
I said, what?
Chicken.
Yeah.
At Wells Fargo, we get it. You started your business to spend time on the things you love, not banking. That's why we offer business checking, payments, and lending all in one place. You're good at business, we're good at business banking. Wells Fargo.
You know, John, you need something more.
Yup, and I love bacon. Damn it.
Customizable.
Can't eat bacon. Shit, can't eat sausage no more. They said they just cause cancer. So I said, oh my God. I said, I can't eat breakfast no more then, because that's all I
French Fitness is how you do it, starting at $9.99 a month.
Okay, so we're at about an annual of about
Pretty sharp.
$1,080,000 top line.
Alcohol?
Our food costs are about
Yeah, that's
20 roughly. Wow, that's pretty low. Yeah,
I don't
and
even got
this
much.
is from being able to know what we're ordering out 2 or 3 months ahead. We know exactly what we need. So we're able to keep that really tight, right? Our profit is probably about 50%.
I'm taking G in that bitch. You know, niggas down the street drinking.
150-ish.
Dirty mouth.
We ready. It's almost 8.
Something that needs to be
I
acknowledged.
did
is
5
right
days
now,
in a fucking
we're
hour and a half.
kind of throttling our production right now because we're
Hold on,
growing
let me
so
come back
fast.
on.
So we're being really careful about how we do that. We haven't even added delivery yet. We haven't added our alcohol yet, even though we have our alcohol permit. So there's a lot of verticals to add.
OMG. I don't even feel like doing it.
I'm thinking this motherfucker. I'm thinking G in the barbershop. We
And
are
I think,
oh,
you know,
what's
as
it?
In
our
Atlanta.
Gorilla Sticks, our ice cream program, like there's a lot of things that we haven't touched on yet. So I'm anticipating this to be even higher. Yeah. Right now, this is a super conservative number, and I always tell you I like to work with those conservative numbers. And so that's kind of where we're at right there.
So in summary, net profit is around what?
So we're about per location net totally clear between 150 and 180. But then there's the stadium, and that is going to be high volume. So we're just pushing them through. We're anticipating up to 1,200 to 1,500 pizzas a night. So we're in the middle of the season right now. So we only have a partial part of the season left when we're starting, and we're looking at maybe this year walking out of there with 250 clean in profit. And then I think next year we're anticipating 500 in profit.
What's up, y'all? I'm gonna have to close it out for today. If you ever in Baltimore, stop by the Cutt Lounge. If you don't know about it, we at 6401 Bel Air Road. And I also would like to thank all my clients that came out today. God bless all of y'all. God bless the clients that's watching this live right now. God bless y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all, we would not be open. God bless y'all. We open tomorrow again, 9 a.m. Hit us up anytime at thecuttlounge.com or pull up the 6401 Bel Air Road.
So it's always the mentality of just take that